Please welcome, at this time, the General Manager of
home, I was eating my Sunday dinner when I get a phone call from Jeff Paul's lawyers. You know, it gets ridiculous, but they said that Jeff Paul was refusing to compete this evening and that they were filing a restraining order against the entire PWL wrestling organization. That's terrible. So, you know, I got on the phone with my lawyers and I threw on some clothes, ran over here to tell, to tell everybody that, one thing I know about Jeff, he likes money. He really likes his money. So after being consultation with our attorneys, if Jeff Paul doesn't wrestle this evening, he will be in breach of contract and we will file a cease and desist order, which means he won't get a dime. So, he likes to play the trump card with the lawyers. I think my lawyers are a little bit better. So, I think, who wants to see Jeff Paul go through a table tonight? Oh, come on. Who really wants to see Jeff Paul go through a table? So, the match will be on tonight. And I can't wait. Get your cameras ready because he's going through a table. Thank you.
Live professional wrestling on Sunday, January 9th, 5 p.m. bell time. Green Valley Skating Rink, 469 Airport Road, Bluefield, West Virginia. Premier Wrestling League presents Deep Freeze, the first professional wrestling event of 2022. Come see all the stars of the Premier Wrestling League. All championships will be on the line at the Green Valley Skating Rink, Bluefield, West Virginia, with a 5 p.m. bell time. See you at Deep Freeze.
Jeff says he will speak when you quote, "Shut up."
people show me zero respect. Zero respect. But I'll tell you what, unlike those dogs over there, I have a home. I have a home that'll welcome me anytime. So I think I'm gonna go to my home. If you're over 300 pounds, shut the hell up. $2.99, I'm sorry. Now people say, Jeff, you're going through a table. No, no, no. I'm not going through a table. Because the fact of the matter is, shut up, punk. The fact of the matter is, I'm the best. There's no point in trying to talk to a bunch of hicks that reside in the butthole of the United States, Mercer County, West Virginia. I'm out of here!
I can't believe I gotta say this. Mr. Crowley, these are Jeff's words, by the way, not mine, just so you know, okay? Because I like my life. Jeff Paul has said he would wrestle the real Sting, not the Wish.com Sting.
You know, Jeff, if I wanted to wrestle Britney Spears, I would have jumped back to 1995 and slapped you around then. Hit me, baby, one more time. Let's go, I'm tired of putting around.
This match is scheduled for one fall with no time limit. And the only way to win is to put your opponent through a table. First, to my left, from Los Angeles, California, weighing 206 pounds, Jeff Paul. From Los Angeles, California, weighing a whining, crying 225 pounds, Jeff Paul. And his opponent to my right, weighing 265 pounds, from Salem, Massachusetts, the Black Rose Prince,
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore.
House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for.
House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
Since 2001, drug companies dumped 1 billion opioid pills in West Virginia, causing over 3,000 overdose deaths and thousands of babies born addicted by no fault of their own. I'm attorney Stephen New. If you're the grandparent or guardian of a child born with neonatal abstinence syndrome, call me. I'll help you seek just compensation.
Call the law offices of Stephen P. New at 1-844-BAD-PILLS before time runs out.
G.I. Joe and Cobra, new releases plus the largest selections of 1980s release G.I. Joes. Come pre-order your new figures too. Transform your collection with the collector's releases, collectibles from the 1980s, and all the hot new Transformer releases from Hasbro.
And the Masters of the Universe.
Dominate your retro collection of the universe with the Masters of the Universe Retro Play line. Figures and accessories available at 80s Toys of Princeton.
Federation superstars twist turn, do things they never thought they could do.
The region's only dedicated wrestling figure room is at 80s Toys in Princeton. Mattel, Jax, Hasbro, Galoob, and all of the favorites from days gone by, plus new releases from Mattel and AEW, WWE, and everything in between is at 80s Toys of Princeton. 935 Berkshire Street, Princeton, West Virginia. Phone 681-282-5433. Live professional wrestling on Sunday, January 9th, 5 p.m. bell time. Green Valley Skating Rink, 469 Airport Road, Bluefield, West Virginia. Premier Wrestling League presents Deep Freeze, the first professional wrestling event of 2022. Come see all the stars of the Premier Wrestling League. All championships will be on the line at the Green Valley Skating Rink, Bluefield, West Virginia, with a 5 p.m. bell time. See you at Deep Freeze. Sid Crowley, Jeff Paul. This is a tables match. See Jeff Paul getting a well, let's just say a rousing ovation here on PWL Showtime. Getting ready to start our matchup. Referee hasn't called for Jeff Paul. What's he doing? Oh, man, he jumped to Sin Crowley from behind. He wants to get this one underway quick. There's the bell, and we're underway. Tables match. Sin Crowley going to reverse that one. Jeff Paul, I don't know what he's got himself into. He probably doesn't either. And a big boot down goes Jeff Paul. That size, I don't know, 87 boot there of Sin Crowley. Reverse on the Irish whip, and a nice flying leaping clothesline. No pinfalls, no submission. Anything goes in this matchup. The only way to defeat your opponent is to put them through a table. Full body through the table. We see them on the outside on the far side of the ring. Sin Crowley pulverizing Jeff Paul just out of camera range. He's down on the ground on the far side. There he is. Kind of pops up like a jack in the box. Maybe a Jeff in the box, if you will. Those big boots to the torso of Jeff Paul. And one more time to the canvas, to the apron of the ring goes Jeff Paul. All Sin Crowley so far in this matchup, except for the Pearl Harbor Shanghai attempt by Jeff right at the beginning. And he's paying for it now 3 more times into that exposed canvas apron area on the far side of the ring. Crowley gonna scoop up Jeff Paul on the outside, body slam on the exposed concrete floor. That's going to put a world of hurt on the spine and the back area of Jeff Paul. Crowley looking for whatever advantage he can find his way through. Of course, again, tables match rules here. Jeff Paul I think he tried to maybe Shanghai his way under the ring. He was looking to hide and maybe get a little breather, but Crowley wasn't having any of that. Crowley still with the advantage, far side of the ring. Jeff Paul not really had any offense. In fact, he hasn't had any offense in this matchup. Looking for that patented choke slam. Now Jeff Paul going to just fight his way out of that. He knows that spells doom and out of it. And oh, good gosh, found him a little something under that ring when he was down there trying to take it a little break. It might have been, what was that, a pie pan, sheet pan, cookie tray? Lord, I don't know. It's hard to tell what the ring crew leaves under the ring these days. Could be in a snack tray. And coming through. What is that, a record? Lord, I don't know anymore. These things. Jeff Paul just took the advantage on Sin Crowley by hitting him with something from under the ring. And he just keeps finding stuff. What's he got now? Well, Sin Crowley with a boot to the midsection. We're not going to find out, but Crowley with it in his hands. And down goes Jeff Paul. These two men are just baiting each other up with whatever they can find. I wouldn't be surprised if there's the rear bumper from a 62 Buick under there. Yeah, I still don't know what's in Crowley's hands, but he's coming for Jeff Paul. And right across the back of the neck, Jeff Paul down on the ground. You see Crowley standing vertically on this side of the ring, right in front of the camera. Nice boot right across the torso. Crowley going into the crowd here. They're firmly behind him. He has a chair now. I know the identity of that object. And Jeff Paul, did he sneak under the ring again? Jeff Paul looking, and he came out the other side, and another, holy good Lord, my goodness, holy corral plate in heaven. That didn't break. No, it shattered. Right across the back of the head of Sin Crowley. Jeff Paul now with a boot across the throat. Again, no disqualifications, no countouts. The only way you can win this matchup, tables match rules. Jeff Paul or Sin Crowley 1 will be going through a table. Jeff Paul up under the ring. He spent more time under the ring than the chains holding the ring together today. And he gets the first table out in this matchup. And he'll set it up on the near side of the ring right there in front of the main camera of our broadcast. Our referee right there checks that one. It's a sturdy table. Yes, it's a legitimate table. Jeff Paul on that side of the ring. I think he wants to try to suplex. He hooks for it. He wants to try to get a suplex in here on Sin Crowley. Jeff giving up some weight. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. Blocking with the bottom rope is Crowley. And then suplexing back into the ring. Crowley will reverse that one on Paul. Jeff Paul. That one backfired on him. He came back into the ring. Now Crowley. He's going to send him for the ride and up and over. Paul, feet touched the table and the table collapsed. Rules clearly state the full body must go through the table. That table collapsed just with a touch of the feet. Not part of the rules. And now Jeff Paul, he'll hit the table, the scraps that are on the floor, but still this matchup will continue. Jeff did not go through the table. His feet contacted the table, and then it fell. So we play on, as they say. Fight on. And now Jeff Paul with more, I don't know, pillage, if you will. Just out of camera range, these two men fight off to the side of the ring in the crowd. We can hear these two and the crowd making noise. The carnage going on. We see Crowley trying to get back up to a vertical base. He'll turn things around. Jeff Paul laying on the ground. And now Crowley. Oh, he's got the ribbon from around that table, the table that collapsed earlier. Now he's whipping Jeff like he's a red-headed stepchild. Yeah, like he's choking him. Got it around his neck like he's a tide, somebody going to a job interview. Crowley back to the chair that he left there earlier. Jeff Paul begging for mercy, but that's a stall tactic. He'll grab the chair and, ooh, jeez, right across the back of Sin Crowley. Crowley fell for the stall tactic. Paul able to get an advantage. Now both men brawling on the far side of the ring. Would say mat wrestling, but there's no mat involved. They're down on the ground. Now Jeff Paul has that table lining, and it looks like he's going to the throat, to the choking maneuver. And he's trying to put the lights out on Sin Crowley. No disqualifications, no countouts in this matchup. We've seen one table shattered, but not gone through. When will we see the next table make an appearance? That could possibly be the end of this matchup. Two big boots right to the jaw of Jeff Paul. Sin Crowley trying to come back to a vertical base. Back into the ring for the first time in, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes. Jeff Paul catches Crowley coming in and into a DDT. Momentary lapse of judgment by Sin Crowley has allowed Jeff Paul to take an advantage. Paul off the rope into that patented leg drop type maneuver. Is that enough for Jeff Paul? to get in on this matchup. 2 feet across the torso, using the rope for leverage. Trying to take the wind and air away from Sin Crowley. Now Paul back to the outside. Crowley down in the center of the ring. Where's Jeff headed? He's going up under the ring on the outside. Is this the second appearance of Mr. Hardwood? It is. First time into the center of the ring. Here comes the table. Jeff Paul has a table. He set the first one up. His feet contacted it. It went down. That does not count as going through the table. Jeff has had the advantage for the last couple minutes in this matchup. Sin Crowley has rolled to the outside, and now a punch right to the face. He has something in his hands. That wasn't a punch. That appears to be some sort of metal object. I can't tell exactly what it is. Is that a wrench? No, it's a spatula. He's whipping him like he's flipping pancakes. This is now the International House of Pancakes. I'll take a short stack with an omelet on the side. Sin Crowley has pancaked his way back to an advantage. He's going to hook Jeff Paul. Powerbomb type hook here. And he's having some trouble getting Jeff Paul through. Oh my goodness. Down to the nether lower regions. And Jeff Paul into that rocker dropper maneuver. Crowley down. Paul with advantage. Can he get Sin Crowley through the table? The table is set. And now Jeff Paul looking to make it. Oh my goodness, a sidestep by Sin Crowley, and Jeff Paul into the steel post. Hooking for the choke slam, up and down through the table. Sin Crowley.
The winner of the match, Sin Crowley.
Sin Crowley has put Jeff Paul through the table. He's the victor of this tables match here on PWL Showtime. Fans, what a great matchup. See the fans revering with Sin Crowley. And I think Sin has had enough of Jeff Paul, and he's going to put him to bed. Fans, next week, women's matchup on this program. Stick around with us. PWL Showtime. Merry Christmas, everybody.